In a regular season mode now, or has it been that way since camp started?
I mean, today was like a camp practice, so not really. Not really. Still, I mean, still just the mindset, same mindset.
We were pretty close with Trey Lance throughout last offseason. Have you spoken to him since his departure?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him before the game, and I saw him yesterday as well. So yeah,
Yeah. How are his spirits?
I think he was good. I think he was in like some weight was lifted off him. It looked like to me, but I think he's in a good spot.
Is it weird seeing him on a team that has been competing with you guys in the playoffs for NFC supremacy?
Yeah, for sure. But we all know how it goes. That's the craziness of this league. We know how it is. But yeah, for sure, seeing him in a Cowboy uniform is different. Seeing the edits and stuff on social media is a little bit weird, but for sure, happy for him. Yeah.
Are you looking forward to finally getting into a real game in about 10 days?
Yeah. The last two preseason games, just getting a feel for like game day, like how it is the night before, how it is waking up in the morning, going out on the field, warming up. In the last two games, got a little taste of that. So, but excited now for the real thing coming up here in a little bit.
Brandon, one more thing on Trey. How much, I guess, do you credit him working with you in the last two off seasons to kind of help you raise your game?
I think just for like in terms, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean?
You guys did a lot of work besides just here, but away from the facility during the summers or springs. I mean, how much did that help your career advance?
Oh, just watching him, like he came in, knowing how to work, being able to structure his own off season, structure everything. So just being able to be alongside him, kind of flow with him as well. So I definitely credit him for that. The way that he is in terms of offense, like a quarterback. You know how quarterbacks are in terms of getting ready to come into training camp. So stuff like that, credit to him. But he's on his own path now. We're on different paths now, and we're just focused on people in this building and myself right now.
Did you have any sense something like that could happen, or were you sort of surprised by the news?
Not really surprised. I mean, it's still surprising, just because that's a close friend of mine. That he came in here after me. I've been with him this whole entire time, and then to see him go in 2 seasons. Yes, so I would say surprising in that standpoint. But just in terms of how stuff goes, I understand how it goes, and I understand the competitor that he is. So he wants to compete and go out there and give a chance to show who he is to himself and to the world. So not surprising in that aspect.
In terms of the competitiveness of training camp, you've had several now with this team, offense versus defense. How do you think this year stacked up to your previous seasons?
Just for myself or just for the team?
Probably both.
For both. I think it's a little bit different just when you understand like when you know what to expect and how stuff goes. It's a little bit different. But I think we had a great camp from the competition wise, from the defensive side of things versus the offense. From our unit, especially the receiver unit, we feel like we came in from day one and just continued to stack up until whatever the last 21. I think today's 21 or something like that. Just continue to send our trajectory in the right direction. And then for myself, just being able to stack again. I feel like I stacked another off season and stacked another training camp. And now we just let the chips fall where they may and can play football. Just the fun part now. Training camp is that part where it's like you kind of have to get ready for it. You don't really want to do it. You're excited to come play football again, but you understand the grind that it is. The season's that same grind as well, but it's playing football, more so just football now. So excited for that.
Brandon, you have some time before Pittsburgh. Have you looked at all at Patrick Peterson and Joey Porter Jr. and obviously you got some history with Peterson, I would imagine, huh?
Yeah, we seen Peterson a couple of times. Up here, we saw him up here in 21. I think we saw him last year as well in joint practices. And then I've seen some stuff from their young corner, like on social media and stuff, but I haven't got into it yet. So we'll look at that. Watch the preseason game of those guys last week. They did a good job, and the receivers over there did a good job too. So I'm excited for the matchup. It's going to be fun, but we know it's going to be we're kicking this thing off right away, and we're getting to it. So it'll be fun.
In your experience, what is the difference between a college wide receiver and an NFL wide receiver?
I think just the urgency about everything. It's a different urgency that you have to play with, that you have to approach the game with, that you have to study with, and just realize how fast stuff moves, how fast people move, how everything moves. So if I would say, one word, I'll say urgency.
How's Ronnie going along?
He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. He's, like I said, speaking on our unit earlier, he's pushed our unit forward as well in a good way. Coming out here handling his business in the preseason games, going out there and practice every single day. I've seen a lot of rookie receivers coming here and not be able to, and myself included, not be able to handle, whether it's the grind of a whole entire training camp or the mental aspect of it. He's done a great job with everything, so I'm excited to see where he can take it to.
Do you feel like he's came in more prepared mentally, maybe?
Absolutely. Credit to himself, coming in ready to go.
What is this week like? Is it weird at all? It's kind of a light week, and then you've got time off before the first week to ramp up. How do you sort of deal with that sort of weird time? Yeah,
we're still trying to figure it out. I mean, I think a lot of us might have woke up today thinking that today was like what you're saying, a light week, which we were in for a surprise today. Or maybe just me, I don't know. But just trying to stay focused, clean up, have a chance to. I think we got 3 practices in 7 days or whatever, depending. I'm not sure exactly, but we have an opportunity now to come down from camp and just get our minds right, get our bodies back right, and still fine tune as we get ready for week 1.
What was your first camp with Christian McCaffrey like? I asked because it seems that he brought nonstop energy every day that he was out there.
Oh yeah, this is our first time with C-Mac. He got to, because he came in whatever week that was, so we didn't have camp with them, and we didn't really get to grind with them last year. This year, him coming in, he gets to see how we go about stuff, and even bring his own energy to the team and bring us all together, and like I said, push everybody forward. So I think that's what he did.
Steve has a lot of depth on the corner. Give me your thoughts on Jameson, the rookie out of Texas. What's he looking like to you?
He's looked good. I think he looked early on. He came out early on. He looked good. I think, to me personally, he's been quiet. That's my dog. That's my dog. He's been quiet a little bit the past few. He had a good play in the game, preseason game, that he needs to finish. But we all have stuff that we need to finish. So I think he's in a good spot. Just continue to work. Like we had another day out there today to go out there and rewrite the last thing for ourselves. And as long as he has that mindset, I think he'll be just fine.
How much has Deommodore Lenoir's game changed from last year to this year?
I think the confidence. He was calling me in the off season, saying that he was working on new stuff and he's grinding and he's locking up duels. But I feel like he became a professional this year. Going out there every single day, on top of his stuff, grinding, working, bringing energy to the defense, and like I said, pushing us forward. So yeah.
And I have somewhat of a heavy question for you. You seem obviously more comfortable, like talking to us and just in general, which is maybe natural. Now that you've been in the NFL for a while, but maybe a year or two ago, you said you had trust issues, indicated even in the maybe around here. Has that changed? How have you grown as a person, and have the bonds you formed here changed you in any way?
I think just kind of understanding how stuff goes, getting to know people, people getting to know me, and just understand. I think our a lot of miscommunications just came from not understanding each other. So I think now I've put out who I am every single day. And the people around this building that put out who they are every single day. So we understand that, and as long as we know that who we are and what we're here to do every single day, I think a lot of stuff other than that can be worked with. But we're all on the same mission here. We're all trying to go for one goal. But also, yeah, just growing up, I came in the league at 21. I'm 25 now. So just growth, getting older, being more comfortable, not being scared to be myself, just being myself. So, yeah.
Was that maybe the beginning of your career happened during the COVID and all that kind of uncertainty?
Yeah. That was a long time ago. But yeah. Appreciate it.
It's definitely been a long camp, but it's been fun. Got some good competition like we talked about before. Just kind of banging the heads against those guys every day. So ready to play somebody else.
What's it been like going up against Javon Hargrave, just a sort of a different guy maybe than what we've gone up against in the past?
He's as advertised. That dude's good. He's a really good player. He's really strong. He plays really good leverage. And he just keeps going. Like, he's the guy that just continues to rush, continues to play hard, and, he's definitely a handful.
Does that teach you about your own leverage? I mean, does it get you into the mode where I've got to get lower in order to stay?
Yeah, I mean, he's different from a lot of guys that, I've had to block and had to play against. But he's also just really powerful with it. So just stopping that from a leverage standpoint and a strength standpoint is something that's been, not easy. It's definitely been a grind to kind of figure that guy out a little bit, but I think it's been back and forth for us.
Did you last week when you had to come out of practice?
Yeah.
Were dizzy? I mean, what can you kind of go over what happened? Coach Forster said he lost like 14 pounds, and
yeah, no, I cramped up. It happens. I had lost a decent amount of weight the day before, and then it was hella hot out there. It was like 90, and I was trying to get it back that night and that morning, and just couldn't get it all the way back. I mean, it's hard, man. Practices are hard. We practice at a very fast pace, fast tempo, and it's bound to happen. Honestly, in the past, I cramped up, a decent amount in camp, like up to that point. Like, that was my first time this training camp, so I think that's a step for me. Yeah.
What part of your game has most improved since last year?
I think just all around. I think my run blocking has gotten a bit better. I think that's something that I've been working on this offseason and trying to make sure that, if we can move the chains on first and second down, we don't really need to get the third down. So, trying to be the best I can be on each down, first, second, third, doesn't matter. Same thing I was doing last year, just trying to improve each day.
I guess your mindset this year as opposed to last year going into a season opener, knowing that how well you progressed throughout your rookie year, kind of what are you anticipating when you guys get to Pittsburgh next week? Not as many butterflies, or?
I mean, it's a team that I haven't seen. They have really good players up front. Cam Hayward's a very strong, big player, and I think, blocking Hargrave each day is, a good lead up into, what kind of player he is. But across the board, I think they're a really good team. I think that, they're a little bit slept on, so it'll be fun.
Last year it was you and Spencer and Jake in the middle there for the first time. Now you had a whole year to work on it. How's the communication improved between the three of you, and how would you say you guys are improved overall since a year ago?
Well, I think the communication has definitely improved. And that comes with, spending time with guys. I think we've had a lot of time to gel, a lot of time to, become cohesive, and even just do camp, like just from where we are now to where we were last year in camp, like there's not a dissertation at the line of scrimmage. Like, we know what we're doing. Like, very little needs to be said when we go up to the line because we're all on the same page and know what we're doing.
How's Sam Darnold been in the huddle? How is he different?
I feel like they're all very similar in the huddle. Like, they command the huddle, they come in, and their presence is felt. Like, they're running the huddle, and it's kind of just what you expect from a quarterback. And I think what you expect from each of our quarterbacks is the same, and they all present that.
Hargrave seems very quiet. Is he any different on the field? Does he ever talk trash? Or?
No, he's a quiet dude. Yeah.
Is that kind of funny when? Or just, I don't know, what's it like when the guy's quiet and then he's just, like a bulldozer on the field?
I don't know, man. I'm not a big talker anyway, so it's kind of just, we're out there working. Yeah, I don't know. Not everybody talks, and it's just what it is.
Aaron, have you had any one-on-ones with Kalia Davis and And give us your thoughts on Kinlaw as well. Those two guys obviously in the run-in for roster spots.
Yeah, I haven't had many reps against KD, but I've had a decent amount of reps with Kinlaw, and I think Kinlaw is playing with some fire, some physicality. I really just can see him maturing. Kinlaw, I think he's come a long way. Not just on the field but off the field. I think he's in a good space right now.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
How did this camp compare from like a team competitiveness standpoint, offense versus defense, compared to your other camps before?
I feel like, with the young DB room that we have, I feel like everybody took a step and, got better. So this camp was more challenging, with just everybody competing, everybody trying to get better, get right for the season. And, iron sharpens iron. So I just felt like everybody was just getting better.
What's the toughest spot for you? Would you rather play in the slot? Would you rather play outside? It's different positions. How are they different?
Well, I'm more of what the team needs. So wherever the team needs me, that's where I'll play.
Do you prefer one over the other?
I actually like both, like being interchangeable, playing both, just showing the versatility. But if coaches want me at nickel, then I'll play nickel. But if they want me on the outside, and if they want me to do both, then I'll do both.
Challenges of if you are doing both, going inside in the nickel. How difficult is it to kind of change your technique, things like that?
I really wouldn't say difficult. I would just say just paying attention. You got to be more detailed. You got to know the down the distance, what techniques you want to play, if we're in zone coverage or if we're in man coverage, running with motions and stuff like that.
Playing nickel all throughout those, I forget which weeks they were, but I seem to recall a 3-game stretch early last season where you were nickel.
Yeah, I think it was weeks 1 through 4 or 1 through 5. I played nickel, and then when Emmanuel Mosley got hurt, that's when I switched to outside.
Did you play it at all at college?
No, I didn't. I played one game. We played Cal, and then they had their number one receivers in the slot, so I was kind of playing slot that game. Yeah.
We were charting every pass in camp for the quarterbacks, but in terms of the cornerbacks, you guys weren't getting many interceptions, but you were getting your hands on some balls. So how'd you guys deal with that and trying to get more takeaways?
Just trying to be better 1% every day, attacking the ball. It was a lot of plays that we should have made or should have held on to the ball, but, we're just saving it for the season.
How much have you learned from Steve Wilkes?
I learned a lot. Just with being who I am and being a sponge, just going in every day, trying to get better, just paying attention to his techniques and just everything he say. He's like a thesaurus for real. He got all the answers.
One thing in particular that you really honed in on that he's taught you?
Really just playing, reading the chest. The chest play, whether it's back shoulder still square, is going down the field. Just in that aspect with playing level 3 skills.
A couple more, Primo.
Aiyuk's taken it to a different level this summer, it appears. You defended him last year and this year. What would you say the difference is? Where's he better this year than a year ago?
I would say his route running. He's way better in route running. His catching and his ability to leap.
What have you seen from Ronnie Bell?
He's a dog. A player that's willing to take the coaching and just get better, and he's not going to stop until he get better. So that's what kind of I seen from the preseason with him. I just seen a player that just want to get better.
In this division, Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett line up on the inside in the slot a lot, so that the slot cornerback probably has that responsibility. Did you do much coverage of either of those two guys?
Yeah. Last year when we played the Rams, I think the first week I was matched up against him in the slot, and then the second time we played him, I was majority outside.
All right, thanks, Timo.
Thank you.